welcome to Kiana's Coins. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel, and I am Kiana. Hello, cousins. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, come on in. Thank you. So let's get right on to it. For those of you that's already watched my previous videos, by this stage, I have been already NACA qualified. I have been NACA qualified since October the 28th. I think that was October 28th. Since then, I have been in the housing search status on my web file, and I've fired my real estate, my first NACA in-house real estate agent. She had to go, wasn't cutting it. And like I said, build a rapport with your realtor, whatever agent you choose, and make sure they are fit. Make sure they're fit for you, because this market is booming, this market is hot. So they're not only working with you, they're working with other people. But at no way you should feel as though that you're not priority. I'll just say that in no way, shape, or form. Needless to say, I found a home. Once I fired my realtor, I went under contract with another realtor. I found my realtor, and on the very same day, my realtor, she showed me my home. And when I tell you, I instantly fell in love. It was like it was a given. It was a new construction. It wasn't completed, but it had everything that I wanted. It had a yard, a garage, my 3-bedroom. It was a ranch style home. I mean, it was brick. I mean, everything that I wanted, it had, and it was in my budget. Little high, just a little bit high, but it was affordable. So I went under contract. Once I did my PSL, and you know what that is, I sent that to my mortgage counselor. My mortgage counselor then sent me some documents to send to my realtor, because my realtor had worked with NACA years ago, but it's been that long, but she was familiar with the process. So we went under contract, got all that done, and she was like, I'm going to go ahead and send you to get credit access approved. So I went from the housing search to credit access request. It came back with conditions, maybe about, I would say like 4 days. No, we're going to say 2 days, like 2 days. It came back with conditions. You guys, first condition was my name was not correct on the contract. How did I miss that? Like, anyway, so my name was incorrect on the contract. That was just on the first page. And I missed an initial on, I think, another page, like page 8 or something. And I needed to submit a bank statement because my cashier's check, my earnest money from the other home, was still at the attorney's office. So I used the same attorney's office. I had to submit a letter, proof that I had my earnest money, which was already there, and I just submitted the same thing that I submitted before, and updated bank statements, and then my student loan. I had those for my credit access conditions. So once everything was submitted, and then I got approved on the second time. Yay! Your girl got credit access approved on the second time. That was like 3 days later. So boom, now we're moving. Mortgage counselor sent me a congratulations thing via email. She's like, congratulations. I got a text that said credit access approved. So my web file went from credit access approved to mortgage. Now I'm in the mortgage process. Okay, so I went from the mortgage process, and once I got everything, because I got a new construction home, I had to find out when a completion date was going to be. I had to go look up homeowners insurance. I had to get, once my mortgage counselor sent me over the documents, my bank application. Where am I doing? Bank application. She sent me like, it had to been like 40 pages of bank application. And once she sent them, she sent with instructions on what packet, or I mean, it was a package. She sent instructions on where to sign and what to sign. But before I signed anything, we had a conference. She called me to go over the information, the materials that she sent me, to make sure that I understood what I was signing. And I would say it took me about an hour, a good hour, to sign those documents, go through them, maybe an hour and a half, because I was working, to sign the documents, to go through them, and to send them back. You have to do a wet copy, wet signature on those bank applications. You cannot do electronic. Some may allow you to do electronic, but I wasn't allowed to do electronic. I had to do wet signature for Bank of America. Once I did the bank application, I went through it because I wanted to make sure my information was correct. And I sent it back to my mortgage counselor, and she was like, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and send it over to the lender. Once she sent it over to the lender, which was the same day, my web file changed to bank application. So she had already told me that Bank of America would be reaching out to me, or someone from Bank of America possibly would reach out to me, and by the next week, I would have a packet in the mail. So I have gotten an initial disclosure in the mail. It came in a big, I thought I would have had it, big white envelope. I had two big white envelopes. And then inside of the envelope, it had the same information, literally the same bank application information that I signed with my mortgage counselor. It had the same thing in there. And just like how she had steps of different, whatever this page is for, sign here, there, wherever, the bank has the same thing in a folder. On the left side, it's going to be the documents that you need to return. And it says that it gives you information on the front page when you first open the folder. And on the right side, it's information you keep for yourself. Also, it's letting you know of hazard insurance and all those good things. But the information that's on the left side of that folder, you are to sign that document, and then you are to return it. You have 5 days I think it's 5 days. You have 5 days from the date that they send it out, that you receive it, to return it to them. And you have the option to mail it, to fax it, or I think it's mail and fax. Those are your options. I don't think you can scan it in. So I did that. Once I submitted I did 2 ways. So I did the scan. I faxed my bank application that Bank of America sent me. I faxed mine in, and then I also mailed it in. I mailed mine in with a copy of my driver's license. It didn't ask me for it, but I did read in the folder where it says, particularly sometimes they will request, or it may come up as a condition for them to ask proof of the insurance and then proof of identification. I did mail in a copy of my driver's license with my application, and then I did mail in a copy of my homeowner's insurance that I had purchased for my home with the application to Bank of America. Once I submitted all that information, my web file went from bank application to lending status. And it may have taken like 5 days. Literally, it may have taken like 5 days before I had any conditions at all. I had 5 days before I had any condition. I was worrying. I was like, hold on, is this thing supposed to say anything? But when I reached out to my mortgage counselor, I didn't get anything, and I was just getting kind of worried or whatever. But on that, I called member services, and member services was like, well, you should have a condition. Don't worry, they're coming. You should have a condition in about a day, today or the next day, which happened to be that Thursday that I called, and Friday would have been the next day. Lo and behold, I had like 9 conditions, and the 9 conditions that I had were copy of my earnest money from the home. They needed proof that I had the earnest money and the number, the tracking number that was attached to that. I needed to submit bank statements. NACA is, oh my God, bank statements. I needed to submit the account that my earnest money came out of. I needed to submit that. I needed to submit a buyer's agreement because it was new construction. I had to I didn't initial on the contract somewhere. I missed 2 pages at the bottom that I missed somehow, some way. But my realtor sent that over to me quickly. I did a wet initial and I submitted that on my web file. I needed a copy of my, oh God, it was something from my realtor. It was like a bunch of stuff from my realtor that I needed. Oh, my CO, which is my certificate of occupancy. It was just so happened that the day that I got my conditions was the very same day that my realtor had got my certificate of occupancy. And anyone that gets a new construction home, you're going to need that. I had got that. I also had needed a copy of my appraisal for the home, which had came in. I gotten that. My realtor said most appraisals do not come in between 7 to 10 days. My appraisal came in 2 days. 2 days. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? That man upstairs. 2 days my appraisal came in. Okay, so all that stuff was submitted, and my mortgage counselor called me. She was like, "Girl, you own it." I said, "Yes, ma'am. I'm not trying to hold up anything. I know it's between the holidays, you guys. It is now December. It's December the 20th. People go on vacation. And my mortgage counselor and my realtor had already told me, beware, be cautious, and be on it, because everybody's going on vacation. They're taking days off. They're going to spend time with their families. And I had to make sure that my web file, whenever it's posted, I was jumping on it. And a lot of the information, anything that, if you went through your credit access, anything that they ask you when you're doing the bank or the mortgage process, it's pretty much the same documents that you had already submitted. And I had to do a lot of inquiries on my account again. So everything that I had already submitted prior with my credit access, I had to do it in the mortgage process with my bank application. The very next day, my status changed to lender outstanding. What did it say? Conditional approved. So my bank application has been outstanding, but it's conditionally approved. And it's just outstanding with conditions. So a day later, which remember I said those 9 conditions, I was so excited. I was like, and it tells you you can still be approved through the lender, but you have to have a commitment letter. Later on, during the end of the day, you guys, my mortgage counselor put into my file, my web file, my commitment letter, where I was approved. When I tell you, once I got credit access approved, once that bank application was submitted, y'all, literally, after that bank application was submitted, between those 5 days, my credit was pulled some way, somehow. I do know that. But it's been going, like, quickly, like, fast, really fast. So today is December the 20th. My closing date is December the 30th. It's surreal. I have my walkthrough on the 22nd. Do you hear me? I have my walkthrough on the 22nd. I started this process May 2020. May 2020. I got qualified October the 28th of 2021. Here we are, December 2021, and I closed December 30th, 2021. With everything going at the pace that is going, and I will honestly tell you, watching other videos, listening to my mortgage counselor, following their instructions, having my stuff together, and just really being on top of it, having my stuff organized, it has been really helpful. And I never thought that I would have gotten this far, you guys. You guys, I went to my house, my future home. I walked around the yard. Like, even with my appraisal, y'all, I got $15,000 and over in my appraisal. I'm so thankful. And I'm telling you, if it had not been through this process, me going through with NACA, I would not be, I'm telling you, I can tell you now, I would not be here today. I mean, I could feel the keys in my hand. That's just how close I am. And I'm telling you, just a few months ago, I did not feel this way. And it's through the grace of God that I know. You hear me? I would tell you, cousins, trust the process. Because if you do not trust the process, what you going to do? You're going to be stuck and stagnated, and you don't want that. I'm telling you, as a single mother of 3, been through hardship, been homeless, all of those things, the fact that I am here, I am days away from getting my home. Listen, broken relationship. I mean, careers, and I mean, y'all, I can go on and on. I'm just telling you, just put God first. I'm telling you, and just trust the process. Keep going. It's going to teach you some discipline, because I promise you, each day I sit there and I'm like, do I really need this? Girlfriends call me and I'm like, do you want to go out, Key? I'm like, I really want to go out, but do I really want to go out? You want to get your hair done, but baby, you know what I do? Sis go into that sink and cousin hair, we go ahead and we pull out some hair or something. We pull out and we freshen. NACA would teach you to be resourceful, okay? And I can be very much appreciative of it. Because of NACA, I have never had as much money in my account as I have now today. Listen, do you hear me? Trust the process. Trust the process. I will not tell you anything wrong. Myself and a dozen other cousins here, they'll tell you the same thing. If they're fast before me or they're in the same process, this is just my story. This is just my journey. I can't tell you about anybody else. I can just tell you my journey, my story. And it has just definitely been rough. But I can tell you, months ago, I never thought I would have been here. So you guys, if you liked my content, if you liked anything, if I helped you with anything, or if there's anything that I can help you with, please like and subscribe. Comment. Let me know. I do not mind. I can show you my binder, and I probably will. But if there's any way that I can help you, let me know. Trust the process. You will get there. Stay focused. Stay focused. And then until next time, you guys, hopefully the next time I come through, I have a walkthrough and I have my keys in my hand, cousins. Whew, Lord, but you guys be blessed. Have a great day. Enjoy yourself. I love you all. Bye-bye.